tea, very good.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1890 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, February 6th, 2026, which is cool because it's 2626. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. What's that, Mark?
That's like deja vu. Did you say that on Florida Man Friday or did you say that yesterday?
You're damn right. And Florida Man Friday, you would go to patreon.com/Hard Factor to get that on Florida Man Friday. And it was, which is also 2626. I mean, it's a great day. Shout out Clinton Portis. Also Sean Taylor. That's the number he wore.
No way.
At the University of Miami. At Miami. And so not in the pros.
Did CP play at Miami too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huge.
Ed Reed.
Boys. Ed Reed. What a team. I feel like that Miami team was like, had they played together in the pros, would have maybe been the best team of all time.
Yeah, they're usually argued as the most talented team of all time. They're easily top 3 most talented college teams of all time with the roster they had. Yeah.
As Seif says in the chat, let's go.
Let's go.
That University of Miami team was let's go. That was the vibe of them. They had so much aura. If for trying to explain it to Gen Z.
Yeah. Who was their coach at the time? Jimmy Johnson was gone by then, right? Or it had to have been. Was Ken Dorsey their quarterback? If they had like a really good quarterback,
it was like Butch Davis or somebody, some nobody coach, but no, it wasn't Jimmy Johnson then. But it was.
They had a really good quarterback, they would absolutely be the best team of all time.
Yeah, it was somebody like that.
Yeah.
It was Ken Dorsey. Yeah. It was somebody forgettable. But they also had Shockey at tight end. Huya says, love the show. We love you, Huya.
Didn't they have who's the guy that played the Texans, the Hall of Fame wide receiver, the big guy, the big bodied dude, the receiver, what's his name? Starts with an A, I think. Help me out, chat.
The big body receiver. Oh yeah, Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson. Yeah.
All timer.
Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Be like Huya. Check it out live their first time. You have the 2 Utes today. And then I got a clip for that. Mark, here it is.
Oh, what was that word?
What word?
To what?
What?
Did you say Utes?
Yeah, 2 Utes.
What is a Ute?
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor. 2 youths.
Yeah.
The 2 Utes into the sack of suds.
Yeah, exactly. They want to play it too long. Don't want to get copyright struck, but you get it.
Oh, I'm going to copyright strike at the end of the show. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, at least we can make it to the end. Yeah. And then we're also getting ready. I think we're gonna have an early Super Bowl Sunday show. Speaking of catching it live, like Huya did, you should catch it live on Sunday. It's gonna be early because we're gonna be
super early
before
the
Super Bowl. Yeah, before the Super Bowl. If we even do it live,
unless shit hits the fan, then it's gonna be Florida Man Friday released on Monday morning.
Might be false advertising, but if we do it live, it'll be early.
Yeah,
that's my guarantee on that one before the Super Bowl. And then what you got today, Mark? What are you talking about? What's in the news? What do you got?
Well, I end with the feel good story, but my first story is not. It's more like goofy. So, but we're gonna end the week with like a really nice, pleasant feel good story. Yeah,
I like that. It's always nice to send us off with a good feeling.
Yeah.
Because had I gone second, which I'll go first.
I'm surprised the first one. This one, the
first one. Well, it's not my cup of tea, right? This is not something that I would normally pick.
I was grossed out by it.
Mark is grossed out by it. I'm normally not the guy that's going to pick a dark one, but the second one I got for you is one of the darkest ones I've ever done that I purposely picked to do. So glad we're not ending the week on that one. But I mean, also just like you'll hear. And then the first thing we're going to talk about today is we're going to go back to Antarctica. Can I say it correctly?
Antarctica. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I added a couple consonants, but yeah, that one, the south one, the South Pole, the ice around the South Pole.
Really cold.
Where we're going.
The aliens.
Potentially. You tell me, So.
Well, I know what they keep doing. They keep like finding stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but they keep finding stuff on there. And then also, like, before they found this new stuff, like, they would drill a hole, and we've seen all like the TV shows that talk about it. They drill holes and they find like all sorts of
Yeah, they
ancient
do.
bacteria and shit and living shit down there. It's like, and they're like, oh, if you introduce a single human drop in there, it might. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's weird. Yeah,
That's a good point, Mark. You're going to be terrified by the stuff we're about to talk about. Also, Tiller in the live chat says on a helicopter, yeah. Except
yeah.
for the wings would freeze off a helicopter in Antarctica because it's too cold. So good luck landing your Osprey because it's gonna get frozen. It's gonna get frozen up. So take that into account.
I would not want to die in a helicopter over in Antarctica.
No, you would not want to. This is actually something I shouldn't have done because I'm going to talk about a battle over Antarctica pretty soon here.
Okay.
I'm just going to start skipping the middle continent since I can't get it, and that's how I'm gonna handle that one.
ICA.
Yeah. So, Mark, what are you doing for the Super Bowl? Anything fancy? You doing anything cool this weekend? Super Bowl?
No, I think we're just staying at home and making food. You know, we got some snacks on the menu and stuff like that. But this Super Bowl, I mean, I went to the
Who's
Super Bowl
playing
last year. Exactly.
Do you remember who's playing?
No, I don't really. I think it's Seattle versus the team that's been there a bunch of times, and I don't really care for either team. It's like I forgot about it last week.
I legitimately had to rack my brain before the show who was playing in the Super Bowl. And then
last year I went to the Super Bowl and watched my favorite team in any sport win by like 1,000 points. So like it's like the highest of highs to who gives a shit for me this year.
Well, also who's gonna win on 3, 1, 2, 3
Seattle.
Yeah.
Easily. I mean,
yeah.
And if New England wins, it would be like, wow, that's such a great upset, but that'll be like their 15th Super Bowl. So is it an upset, even though they're the worst team?
I saw something that they never lost in a year where the groundhog saw his shadow, where Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, and he saw it this year. So that means that the historically the Patriots should win. I mean, according to groundhog metrics.
The thing about Super Bowls is any team can win because the few the Patriots lost, they shouldn't have. They lost to Eli Manning and Nick Foles, like teams that they shouldn't have lost to. And then those are the only 2 they've lost in the 10 they've been to in the past 20 years. So or 9.
Yeah, but Sam Darnold, I mean, he might be the kryptonite. He might be the ultimate.
I'm rooting for him, but he's also Sam Darnold. He's not.
Yeah, but did you know that his grandfather was Dick Hammer?
Yeah,
the Marlboro
awesome.
Man.
That's awesome. That does give him a lot of juice.
Dude. I mean, he's a ginger and goofy at that. But
he didn't even know his grandfather was like the Marlboro Man till recently. But yeah, Dick Hammer, the Marlboro Man. Pretty good.
More below the surface with Darnold. And he did that. Remember back in college, people don't probably remember this because he was in college so long ago. He did that trick throw. It was actually pretty cool.
No, he's
like
good.
He was actually the first dude perfect. Like actually they made dude perfect after Sam Darnold. That was like he should get paid all of their money technically because it was really off of his trick throw. I don't know which came first, but it was around the same time.
And he has like
good.
A crazy stat. There's like 2, maybe Tom Brady. I think it's Tom Brady and Sam Darnold are the only 2 quarterbacks to have back-to-back 14-win seasons. Now it does help that Sam Darnold's had an extra game, 17 instead of 16, but games, 14 wins back-to-back, and then the Vikings traded him.
Yeah, which is, dude, you know why the Vikings GM got fired now because it comes out he was the one that forced that. That's fucking
their coach McConnell.
Coach wanted Darnold.
So
Jefferson,
got to keep him around. He's good.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Seahawks. I guess rooting for the Snacks.
Yeah. Why not? Marshawn Lynch is cool. Okay, you ready to go Antarctica?
Bring it. Okay. Send it.
Let's send it. Let's send it down to the South Pole, all the way down south, going south of the border, as far as you can go, to the asshole, the southern one of the world, the South Pole, Antarctica. In a time of living through Epstein files getting buried in the headlines, I don't know if you noticed that. They're just pretty much gone already. It's nice to think about simpler conspiracies out there, like aliens living inside the Antarctic ice. And that's one that I've always loved to think about. Mark, I know you're a fan of it too, right? Aliens, they could be in there.
Could be anything.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
It's
something
a
going
massive.
on. Why can't we go there? I know it's cold, but why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's something up there
Yeah.
under that ice. It's never been more of a possibility though than right now that the aliens could be under there. I don't know. Well, you'll see. Thanks to a brand new discovery by the scientists this year in 2026. And you tell me, Mark, if this means that the aliens could be down there or not. I'm not really sure, but you're going to have to be the judge. First, let's recap the history of Antarctica.
Okay.
Long ago, during the Ottoman Empire, this is a long time ago, 1513.
Istanbul's Constantinople.
Something like that. Exactly. Middle Eastern times. This Piri Reis map was charted of the globe, and it showed Antarctica with the coast with no ice on it. It's just a big thing called like Maglia.
That's weird.
I don't know what they called it, but Antarctica, no ice on the coast.
They called it Goa there.
Yeah, the southern spot, and then it actually had like the whole like it had like the crooks of it, the shape of the coast like actually mapped out in 1513. Modern civilization finally discovered or rediscovered really Antarctica in 1820. Fun fact: James Cook, the famous captain, he was supposed to like have discovered everything.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like from England or Australia.
Okay.
I have no idea. He discovered Australia, I think, but he missed Antarctica completely, like an idiot. He told people it was impossible.
How do you miss Antarctica?
Who knows? And then in 1820, like 3 people discovered it all at once. Like James Cook's an idiot. It's actually like right here. And then it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. How could you? It's half the globe.
All right, James Cook's an idiot. All right.
Yeah, and they all had a good laugh in 1820.
Yeah.
And then they but it's cold as fuck.
Yeah.
It's super fucking cold in Antarctica. So like nobody goes down there. They discovered in 1820, Russia, US, everybody does at the same time. They finally find the South Pole in 1911. So you're talking about like almost 91 years before they find the South Pole after rediscovering Antarctica as a continent. And then 35 years after that, the Battle of Antarctica, aka Operation High Jump, where the U.S. Navy.
Hey, yeah, what?
Exactly. You've probably heard this before, but I'm going to remind you. The U.S. Navy sent 4,700 men, 13 ships, and aircraft carriers for what is claimed to be quote unquote cold weather training down to Antarctica. Okay, for the Operation High Jump.
Like alien wrangling to me.
Right. Many believe because this was the World War II era. Many believe the Navy was there to fight a secret Nazi base based.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard about that. Yeah.
But Admiral Byrd, after leaving Operation High Jump, which was supposedly a training mission, said they got smoked by flying saucers that could fly pole to pole with incredible speed. And so, like, the Admiral claimed this. People thought he's probably crazy because they only claimed 3 or 4
descendant
deaths
of James
officially.
Cook. Yeah,
exactly. People are thinking that Admiral Byrd's a James Cook.
Yeah,
and that we can't believe that, and that actually 3 to 4 people died out of the 4,700 just because it was Antarctica and they froze. They froze while doing something. Probably. Sure. In fact, that's what they reported.
They probably did. They froze in fear.
That it was freezing. Yeah, but if it was UFOs, you never know. Could be. What's your thoughts on that?
That's what I'm saying. Well, so I remember the Nazi thing now. Something's going on in Antarctica. That's all I know. I don't know what it is, but we're not
buying the aliens yet.
No, there's like some scientists there and some military there, and those are the only people allowed there. And I know it's very uninhabitable, but something's going on there.
Sure. Well, that's what's happened so far. 1513, they had no ice. And then 1946, allegedly fighting aliens out of the Navy, some say. And then, of course, there was the research treaty in 1959, where nobody could go to Antarctica except for
global treaty, right? Yeah.
You have to share your notes because it was Cold War. So everybody was like, well, we can't let them control Antarctica, and nobody wants to send 1 billion people to die and freeze in the cold. So
As we know, when there's
deal. We're not gonna-
a global agreement on something, sometimes it can be bad. Recently, with the
true.
COVID Epstein.
True. Yeah, sometimes it works in a not good way. This one seems to be okay. That no, just basically you can't put missiles on Antarctica, otherwise you're breaking the treaty.
Otherwise,
Which we
the
probably
aliens will kill you. Yeah,
How much you want to bet the USA has missiles on Antarctica?
someone does.
We got.
We probably are top options there. Yeah,
We got a couple on Antarctica. Come on. Anyways,
yeah.
you're not supposed to.
If the aliens let us, yeah.
Right. If the aliens let, so you're not supposed to, according to the Treaty of 1959. And then in 2023, way after 1959, that research treaty paid off. You may remember, we mentioned this on the show way back in 2023 when it happened. The Wilkes land discovery, which found a river system the size of Belgium under the Antarctic ice. So this is recent, 2023, late 2023, 2024. They found this massive river system under the Antarctic ice. And then the land formations on the coast actually matched up with the map, the ancient map. Like, so they mapped out like the coast better. And they're like, oh, wow, that actually kind of looks like the Piri Reis map from 1513.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I saw this part recently that they discovered that there was like nature and trees and rivers and
right. Well, they could surmise that there was,
and
right?
green and yeah. So at what point did it freeze?
Right. And the places that are further out towards the sea froze more recently, right? But then, of course, we reported in 2025, this is a bad one, that the South African scientists went insane at their facility.
Yeah, that one was crazy. And they couldn't
no
get
more,
them off. Yeah.
No, sexual assault and everything. And no more word on that. Apparently, one of the scientists was just a madman going crazy on the other scientists.
Yeah, there weren't many updates. I think they did get them off, at least quietly.
You got to hope they did.
Yeah.
That's tough for those South African scientists. And then, though, back to good news. Now, in 2026, non-insane scientists who are studying Antarctica have discovered the Maud subglacial basin in East Antarctica. I don't know. It's in that box. I guess that's east.
What if the South African thing was like, the movie, the Thing, and we're talking about aliens in Antarctica. What if it was like an alien that was just super horny that took over the one scientist, and it was just a horny ass alien, and then he just went around essaying everyone, and they were like, "What
could be?"
Yeah.
Well, they're messing with stuff they don't understand inside this ice, right? So depending on what kind of ice they were drilling up over there in the South African shack, they could have had alien ice or ancient alien ice that they then were exposed to, becoming a sexual monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's possible. You never know. And it's going to get worse because now, as I said, as of 2026, the scientists have found this Maud subglacial basin in East Antarctica, in that box right there. It's a 400-kilometer long canyon system, roughly the size of DC to New York City. And it's filled with 71,000 hills and mountains that they hadn't mapped before. And the canyons have been frozen for 34 million years, which is like the oldest ice, I guess, you can possibly have. It's before humans.
Don't thaw it out.
Before like all the other ice they know about, I guess. And it's essentially a snapshot of Earth when it was like a tropical paradise.
Everyone was like Pangea and everything was one continent.
Yeah, perfectly preserved in ice. And so, like, basically, imagine the kind of drilling of viruses you can get out of there. If you could drill down deep into the Pangea paradise thing, you could probably get a ton of viruses.
Encino, man.
The deadliest viruses. You could get anything down there. You could probably new species, you could get dinosaurs.
Yeah, no,
think about it.
You got to leave that shit alone.
They're not going to leave it alone.
No. What?
The only thing they do in Antarctica is drill into the ice and study it.
Yeah, I know, but that's like the worst thing you could do.
Well, how do you think? I mean, what are they supposed to do? They're going to keep drilling into the ice. They found the perfect ice to drill into. You think they're just going to stop? They found literally, this is the perfect ice to find old shit in, they're not going to stop drilling into it.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's a good idea though. Will is what I'm suggesting. I don't think like what could come of it. Like it's much more likely that what we just talked about, they release some sort of virus or disease, and maybe it doesn't spread
Maybe.
all over the place, but it's more likely than that than they like find the cure for cancer down there. Is my point.
Which one's worse? Going crazy in your shack, your research shack, in the Antarctic,
Or being the
doing
first
nothing?
person to die from a disease that's been dormant for 34 million years? The latter.
Well, but you didn't let me finish. You're
Okay.
inside your shack and you've already been exposed to the virus, the alien virus that makes you a monster. And then so you're gonna just rip yourself to shreds if you don't go drill more ice out.
Oh, it like makes you drill more ice. No,
Of course, dude. Once the fucking thing gets inside the ice, once the ice thing gets inside you, it tells you probably wake up in your sleep. It's like drill more ice. It's telling you, it's talking to you. It's
well,
like,
I'll answer your question with the question.
I think that's what happens.
What's worse, to stay in the ISS for years or to be the guys drilling this fucking hole that's 34 million years of diseases in isolation? What's worse?
Before I knew the ice was 34 million years old, I would have said
ISS.
The ISS.
It's close now.
Now that I know the ice is 34 million years old, I don't know. I think it might be.
I'd rather die in space than in Antarctica, because I'm so much closer to home. And
something
I'm an
34
I'm a
million
bigger
years
idiot
old.
dying in Antarctica, I think.
You just guaranteed something from 34 million years ago is just going to rip you a new one. It's just going to trample
release
you.
Satan.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have, speaking of that, they had like a cursed scroll recently.
Oh, great. Good.
They broke it. It's like whoever broke it.
Yeah, break it right open. Yeah.
They broke it like right away.
Just ignore the "don't break" sign on the scroll. Yeah.
No, it's a lot. I mean, hey, we're trying to find the good news. A lot of bad news. Tiller says alien ice is an oxymoron, which is a good point in 2026, but not in Antarctica. Okay, not
what
maybe
if you
not.
told the people from ice there
it's possible.
there.
What if we sicked ice on the aliens?
Yeah,
I think that the ice would be fucked up. Probably. I mean, the aliens probably have pretty good guns.
Yeah, no, they do. There's a reason
ice
why
guns. They live inside the ice.
No one come here. You're gonna get murked. Now, look. There's a lot. There's rabbit holes you can go down in Antarctica on even Wikipedia and Google, and none of it's like good theories.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
Yeah, because we don't know. The unknown is interesting. Like, who's the guy who did Cthulhu? The famous, I've got some of his books, the famous horror guy. He was all about the mystery of the unknown, and he did a lot of stuff in Antarctica, and it was just like, basically it drives you mad, and that type of horror, yeah, scary.
It's deep. It's pretty scary. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, what are you going to do? Not drill the ice? So, I mean, I think they're going to unleash the viruses, unfortunately. If I had to guess. If I had to guess. You know what would be a rough month, Mark, in Antarctica?
February.
Yeah, it really would, right? You think about that. It's all about love and chocolates and relationships, and you're just in a shack in Antarctica getting exposed to alien viruses. And it's good for anybody listening in Antarctica or anywhere else that this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes it can feel like everyone else has it all together in their love lives, whether they're married, dating, or single. The truth is, most of us are still figuring it out and finding our way. And no matter where you are in your romantic journey, therapy can help you find your way, help you determine what you want, what feels heavy, and how you can take some pressure off yourself. For real, therapists you can bounce stuff off of them. Anything you want to bounce off somebody, you want a second opinion, it's awesome. It's helpful. We get it. February is full of flowers, candy, stuffed animals, and of course, lots of talk about relationships and dating. And no matter where you are, whether you're married or dating or single or just focusing on you, you're right on time. Therapy can help you find your way and see more clearly where you want to be. Therapy with BetterHelp has been awesome for me. And I think anybody, like I said, who just wants a second opinion on whatever you're going through from a professional therapist could benefit from this, which is pretty much everybody. And BetterHelp has quality therapists, a therapist match commitment, and a 4.9 out of 5 star over 1.7 million client review rating. And that's how you know BetterHelp is a good option if you're in the market for online therapy. Literally the best. You could not beat those statistics. It's impossible.
Much higher rating than a Antarctica Airbnb.
I mean, BetterHelp is the anti-Antarctica. It's
right. Although they probably have some clients from.
Yeah, no, they should, and they should.
Hopefully,
and they would tell.
Yeah,
they are top flight. They would get in touch with you night and day when you needed it. On your device, personal device, easy to connect. That's what makes it so great. BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at BetterHelp.com/hard factor. That's BetterHelp HELP.com/hard factor.
Hell yeah, do it. HP Lovecraft is who I was trying to search for.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Lovecraft, Antarctica's Lovecraft
Aliens,
country.
Antarctica. Yeah.
He's always writing about places like that. You know what you shouldn't do, Will, besides go to Antarctica, is call the police and report a crime on yourself.
Yeah, it's a good call. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I mean, that's their job, is to figure it out. You don't have to rat on yourself. And what you really shouldn't do is taunt them about the crime that you're calling in. But that's what East Rutherford, New Jersey man, 38-year-old Vishal Bhatt did recently. First, let's back it up a little bit. Bhatt got a ticket for a traffic violation on January 28th. We don't know exactly what it was, but I'm going to assume for speeding, as you'll hear why soon, something like that. Okay. He got a ticket, and on January 20th, he was not real happy about that ticket, apparently. So he called the East Rutherford PD.
What if it could have been a bullshit ticket?
Well, it could have been. And that's what he was telling them when he called them after the 28th, either on the 29th or the 30th.
This ticket is bullshit.
Yeah, Vishal. Yeah, he shall not stand for this. We shall not. And so he started giving the business. He called in and he was like, this ticket is bullshit, man. Like, fuck you, man. He was really letting the expletives fly, maybe made a few threats to the tune of dispatch sent some officers to his home to have a little chat with Vishal, like.
He's got a little aggressive with the whoever was taking the calls at the station.
You've crossed the line, Vishal, and now you're probably going to get arrested or another ticket. So we're going to send some people over. You can't talk to us that like Vishal. Vishal, see you soon. So they showed up, and Vishal was ready for them in his white Kia Rio. I don't know if the 911 dispatcher tipped him off and said we're going to send people over.
Rio? Is it
look it up.
Is the Rio is that a small Kia?
It sounds small. Like the Scion. Is it like a box small?
Oh, it's tiny. It's one of the smallest cars.
It sounds small.
It's one of the smallest cars
picture
possible.
Of it? Pop it up because it'll go well for this next part. Pop up when you get a chance. Pop up a Kia Rio.
Pathetic car on here. One second.
Yeah. So they I guess maybe they either warned him or he knew that he was popping off too much, and that they were going to show up because he was in his Rio waiting for them. He wasn't in his house. He was in the Rio when they showed up.
He's ready to go.
Oh, it's tiny. Yeah.
It looks like a clown car.
That's like what you get at a rental car when they lie to you and say you're going to get a regular size car.
Oh, they're out of everything when you're getting the Rio.
I ordered a regular size car and they're like, nah, man, this is what you get when you do that. You have to order a much bigger car than the regular size than the sedan to get. Yeah. Anyways, he may have even been
Rio drivers. It's tiny. It's small. It's small.
Well, you're going to get a win here in a second, Rio drivers. He may have been calling them from the car the whole time, even who knows. But so he sees the fuzz roll up, and he
definitely not in my Rio.
Yeah, he takes off like he's one of those gerbils in the old Kia commercials. Zoom, and he fucking dusts them. Will credit to Kia; those cars have gotten a lot nicer, including the Rio. I guess
you can steal them, but they're faster.
They're faster. Their engines are better. Here's a quote from Police Captain Jeff Yannicone. Once Mr. Bhatt saw the police officers, he sped off and ran through a stop sign. He then improperly passed a vehicle and almost hit an oncoming vehicle. Officers attempted to initiate a motor vehicle stop, but Vishal accelerated at a high rate of speed, illegally passing several vehicles, putting the motoring public at risk. Officers terminated all attempts to stop Vishal, but we were able to positively identify him as the driver of the vehicle. He left out we got dusted by Vishal part, which
Vishal smoked these fools.
Just dusted them in his Rio.
Is Vishal like a Indian Jason Statham? This is crazy.
Yeah, he's like a driver, I guess. Yeah. Because that's why he was mad about the ticket. He was like, you just don't appreciate good driving.
He's right. Dude, the cops learned that day. Holy shit.
So in a neighborhood, he just burns the cops. Like when you're like he's a motorcyclist. He freaks out the cops. They can't catch him. They all have to stop chasing him. Here's the problem. They already knew where he lived, right? Because that's where they showed up. So and while this might have blown over because no one was injured, Vishal's a horrible winner. And Vishal immediately started calling the police again once the coast was clear to brag about how he lost those fools. He called multiple times, probably making fake Zoom noises like, you hear that? That was me blowing back your boys. And then he would hang up. And then he would call back. So at that point, the cops were pretty sick of Vishal. And they just, eventually located him and arrested him for everything. He's charged with eluding police, unsafe operation of a vehicle, unsafe lane changes, failure to stop for an emergency vehicle, failure to possess a driver's license or insurance. I wonder if he bragged about those last two. I don't even have a license. You hear that? That's me driving by your boys. And then speeding across the sidewalk, which is a no-no. Can't even not speed across the sidewalk in a car. So I imagine that's an up charge as well.
He's just an idiot, but he's a great driver.
Yo, you want him as a getaway driver. When he goes to prison and he explains that he just dusted every East Rutherford PD in a Kia Rio, Rio, he's losing guys in a neighborhood. Yeah, you might want to hire that guy for bank robberies.
Imagine if he had a good car.
Yeah, dude.
It'd be incredible.
You're sending him to school essentially by sending him to jail. He's going to get recruited.
They should really they should put him in some program to make him like a driver where he can win trophies for America.
Yeah.
As part of his punishment.
He's got a clear set of skills.
He does. He's a very, very good driver. Okay.
He's driving around the sidewalks, around cars, it didn't hit anything. The Rio's in perfect condition.
Yeah, well, Vishal never gets a scratch. I mean, Vishal doesn't get in wrecks.
But he's got to learn to take the win. He shouldn't have rubbed their nose.
Well, drivers are hotheads, Good drivers are hotheads. I mean, it's a lot of adrenaline dusted in 20 cops like that.
It's true. He had to let him know.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah. Plus, he doesn't have any friends. It sounds like he just calls the cops to bitch at them.
I wonder
He's
why.
a great driver, but
Friends,
friendless.
yeah.
A little intense. Yeah.
I win again in Monopoly. Woo!
Yeah. He just never lets you win.
You got to take the win, man. Just
Gran Turismo again.
Yeah. Yeah. And you want to go for go-karting? No, Vishal. No. Fucking no way, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Vishal. He'll like you said, somebody's going to want him to drive in jail.
I want him to drive.
Yeah. Good driver. All right. From one criminal to technically another, although it's just an interesting situation. Chaos at the Olive Garden. Mark, you're an Olive Garden fan, right?
I am, but my wife's giving me shit because I've never taken her there. And we've been together for 14 years. So when I tried to take her once, the line was 2 hours on a Wednesday night.
Well, it's busy because the never-ending soup, salads, and breadsticks.
But of course, the breadsticks are great. The tour of Italy, never-ending pasta. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most American meal besides a McDonald's cheeseburger or maybe Southwestern egg rolls at Chili's is Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at an Olive Garden, Mark? Sounds like you haven't been in a long time.
It's been a long time. I mean, it's been Herndon. I used to go a lot in Herndon, Will.
Yeah. Okay, well,
I've
you
been
probably
twice in the past 20 years. Yeah.
Some of the similar shit I've seen, then just some staff arguments, some drug deals. You're like, hey, did that waiter just deal drugs to that person, or did that chef just walk out and hand somebody? You're like, okay, and maybe nothing. Maybe it was nothing, but that's what you see at the Olive Garden sometimes. But I've never seen anything at all like what the smoking gun is reporting from Williamsport, Pennsylvania last Friday night. Police responded to a call from the local Olive Garden in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, on January 30th after one of the cooks removed his clothes and quote unquote thrust himself headfirst into the deep fryer. And so he derobed and then dove headfirst into the deep fryer. And this is
That's
a,
like a Mortal
industrial-
Kombat fatality.
It is, and it is exactly that. And it's an industrial deep fryer. Dove straight in, obviously, because this was an unaliving attempt. Which
No,
was
it wasn't
successful.
an attempt, Will. Yeah, it was successful.
Which was successful in the
Yeah.
end. The police are not releasing any details, but it was so intense that the Olive Garden had to close for a couple days.
Yeah, good call. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A guy dove into the air fryer face first.
He did the deep fryer.
Yeah, the oil.
He deep
the
fried
oil,
himself
the oil,
alive.
Yeah, the fryer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In the Olive Garden, dude. And luckily it wasn't during the Friday night dinner rush, because police and EMS responded and recovered the fried cook and an injured coworker at about 4 p.m. But the oven timer had popped, sadly, and the cook succumbed to his self-inflicted deep fryer wounds at the hospital.
He wanted to end it, and he did. And if he somehow survived that, he probably wouldn't want to. The way you look after you shove your entire neck and head
being totally deep fried. No, you probably don't want that.
No.
It's a hell of a way to go, though. But
it is.
Could you imagine being in the restaurant for that? Like, so it's 4 p.m. Friday. You're like, it's probably you're getting there for like happy hour, maybe something like that, and then you just hear shrieks from the kitchen, and then
It would be
fishing
bad.
out of the deep fryer.
It would be real bad to have been a patron there, but if you were, say, a line cook making $15 an hour, and you see a guy you work with doing that, that's probably a life of trauma. That's nightmares for the rest of your life, I imagine.
Yeah, no, probably. Yeah, it's a crazy situation at the Olive Garden in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And that's really, we don't need to go deeper into it. But I just was
not deeper than he did.
It was no, it was just, you don't want to dive that far into this one. And I was just so taken by what happened in that Olive Garden. I felt like it was worth a mention because
it is the craziest suicide unaliving I've ever heard of. Yeah,
dude. Dove straight first into the fucking deep fryer. It's insane.
Yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad for that Olive Garden and everyone that was there. That sucks. It's bad for the guy.
You really, and I hate to say this because I love Olive Garden. Can't go back, can you?
No, you can't go back to, if you live in that town, you can't go back to that one. That one should probably just shut down indefinitely and maybe demolished and start like I'm actually probably getting Olive Garden this Friday because we've been talking.
Yeah, but nobody had deep fried themselves.
No, I'm going to a different Olive Garden. Yeah,
exactly.
One. Yeah.
Yeah,
finally going to take my wife to the Olive Garden.
Yeah, no, good for you, good for her.
I'm
glad you guys are gonna have a great
jokes
time.
about their deep fryer because that probably won't
feel
fly.
like it's. I mean, okay, maybe not this week, but
yeah, get some calamari and be like, oh, there's an eyeball in here. You know,
come on, you either laugh or cry. Right. Choose one or the other.
Right. No, that's a fucking crazy one. Okay, but let's end the week on a really good feel good story. We don't do it often. So we usually cover the news, which is most of the news isn't good. They like to suppress good news if there is any. We're headed to Australia, where a family of a mom and 3 young kids went on a kayaking excursion in the ocean, which is all around that Australia, and things got a little out of hand. Here's ABC News, the big one, not a local one. So this is probably not going to play on YouTube Live. We'll recap it and sum it up for you after. You'll hear it on the audio version. But here's ABC News to tell you what happened after the kayaking trip went awry.
This is the moment a rescue boat finally reaches a family stranded in rough seas for 10 hours off the Australian coast. And it would not have been possible without the superhuman effort of a 13-year-old boy.
I just said, all right, not today, not today, not today. I have to keep on going.
And he did keep going. Austin Appleby, his mom, and 2 siblings had set out from the beach on a kayak and 2 inflatable paddle boards, planning to be out on the water for about an hour. The ocean was calm, but the weather suddenly turned, their kayak flipping over and taking on water.
I was just thinking in my head, thinking I was going to make it through, but I was also thinking about all my friends at school.
Mom Joanne tried to tow the 2 paddle boards and the younger siblings to shore, but water began filling the kayak. That's when she made the difficult decision to send Austin paddling ahead to
To
shore.
his
In the
death.
beginning, it was we're going to be fine. Austin's going to make it back. As
How
time
is
went
that
on,
the best solution?
I was like, why? I haven't seen anyone come.
Austin leaves his family behind, but has to ditch the kayak, battling the waves by swimming alone for 4 hours to get 2.5 miles back to the beach.
Against
And
the
then
ocean.
finally I just made it to shore and I just collapsed.
He ran another mile down the beach to get their phone and make that life-saving call for help.
He's absolutely amazing. And, yeah, and his dad are super proud. So yes.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So incredible story. If you missed that, a kid and his mom and his 2 younger siblings went kayaking in the ocean and went a little too far, even if it was calm, went a little too far offshore. Kayaks flips. They're taking on water. Now they're miles away from the fucking shore. And they realize they're going to die if they don't do something because there's no boats around and they're not going to make it back to shore. So mom sends the strongest swimmer by himself to battle the waves and get all the way back to shore. He does, finally calls for help, and they save the entire family. Amazing job by Austin. One thing that I was a little bit perturbed there, as you kind of picked up on, Will, is why did she send Austin? And then secondly, if you listen closely while you were surmising that, she then was like, after a while, and when I was watching it the first time, I was going to be like, she thinks Austin's dead and she made the wrong decision. She goes, no help came, so we got concerned. What about concern for Austin?
Right. Yeah, I mean, he was out at sea.
She didn't mention she was concerned for him at all.
Also, like Mark, so they had a kayak and they had a paddleboard, right?
Yeah.
So the paddleboard is always going to be floating because it can't overflow. Why didn't they use the paddleboard to just get the kayak unfilled with water and then get some people back in the kayak?
I
And
don't
sort
think
of just
mom's the
go as a
sharpest
group?
tool, but luckily Austin's a fucking animal athlete.
Yeah, good thing for Austin.
Just an
I mean,
animal of
yeah.
an athlete, beast of a
Wow.
kid.
Good thing for
13-year-old on a
Austin.
suicide
Wow. We're all
mission.
happy he was there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
luckily they were in Australia where Austin and kids learn to swim at the age of 1. This would be a pretty tragic story in most countries, but this kid's
Right.
the
Good.
torpedo.
Yeah.
He also told the news,
Strong swimmers.
very strong swimmer. He also told the news team he purposely ditched the life jacket he had on for the 2.5 mile swim because it was just holding him back.
Yeah,
And he's
fuck
like,
that
fuck
shit.
that shit.
Yeah.
So he
dude.
just took the whole 4-hour swim with no protection. And then he also said some of his motivation besides saving his family's lives was he's got a new girlfriend that he wanted to get back to. So
Yeah, I was gonna say,
she's in trouble.
talk about no protection. You know what I
Her
mean?
parents
Yeah.
might want to talk about the birds and the bees today because
he's-
Austin's got some jam in him, pal.
He does.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody's gonna be clamoring for him when he gets back home.
Yeah, he's-
Celebrity
yeah.
now.
So
Wow.
kid's a freak.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Way to go, Austin.
So that's the show. We'll
Nice.
probably bring you an early one on Super Bowl Sunday,
Mhm.
but we won't know the results. So that Monday show either way won't have the winner, which hopefully is the Seahawks. But either way, we love you. Have a great fucking weekend. Talk to you soon.
The cream of the crop!